So here's what I've always wondered in general, like how Tom or Sam come up with the themes. And there are
Yeah.
like a couple of things, ways that like I think they do. Like there's some hard and fast that I think they prove, but who knows? I've proven that I don't really know anything.
What do you
Um,
think?
but so I want to go through, let's give each our top three for, so we can get
Hmm.
a full camp year. And then we'll see in July how that plays out. But before we
Predictions.
yeah,
Predictions. Okay.
but before we get into it, what do you think are some of the things that like make for a good theme day? Like a good, we're talking,
Oh
are they
yeah.
still on Fridays, by the way? Is there a
They're
theme
still,
every
I mean, we
Friday?
still do the show on Friday.
Okay.
And I would say, like, I love when, well, I love to really like wait and let the theme bring me into the idea. And I think that's like a really like fun way. I mean, I think like Freddie already has six like shows planned without
I know.
without a single like mention of what a theme could possibly be that doesn't matter to him.
Yeah.
But like I love when a theme's, oh, it's Broadway week.
Yeah.
Where,
Yeah.
where we go? Okay, let's go to town. Or like because I always find like there's either a immediate like reaction, like you know exactly what you're gonna do the moment you hear the theme, or it's Thursday and you don't have a show picked, and that's
Yeah.
because of the theme. So
That
what
sounds
makes
right.
a good one is that it's active and something that's broad enough, but like contains like the ideas enough to put into to funnel into something good.
So it's funny you mentioned that, all those things that you think go into it. What I had listed down was what makes for a good activity. One, that the tribe can dress in the same color.
Very important. Yes.
Because like it's nice when you see the circle in the morning and they're like, oh, that's the yellow group. Oh, they're doing red. That's where my mind went. Very simple.
Yeah. Or that this is like you can think about the way that everyone's going to show up, and it's like the preview of what the show is going to be. I don't know why we're all dressed like pigs, but here we are.
Ooh, maybe a sneak peek for 22. I don't
Who
know.
knows? Who knows?
And I think another good thing is when you see the whole tribe and it's easy to interpret or understand what it is. If it's not colors, but it's like, oh, looks like we've got a twin day. I'm very visual. Yeah. When you can look at it and be like, okay. Or so like when Tom's coming around the circle, he's like, and what do we have going on here?
Where is this?
That's right. That's right. No idea. Yeah. And then the other thing is, I wonder, I feel like a good theme, or maybe it's one you can always depend on, is something that's topical to the year or like the time of year.
So like Olympics.
Yes.
Or that's always a fun way to go.
Yeah.
They've been doing something a little bit different. They've been experimenting with form lately, the last couple of years.
Okay.
I find to be really, really cool, actually. I thought like away from just having to end into a show. Yeah. They've done a few times, like once a session where it's been like exhibitions, like all the troops or tribes would have to create something. There was this one really great year where I don't even know what the theme was, but like it was really open, and it wasn't to make a show. It was to kind of create like almost like a museum style like exhibition. And like some people made like giant collages of histories of like something. Oh, I think it was about histories of your troop or tribe at the time. Yeah. And so there's like, it could be like educational. I ended up doing I went overboard, as I'm sure everyone, it doesn't surprise anyone.
No.
But I ended up making like a fully interactive haunted house that was like really just like a live action like theater piece where they would have to come through, and all the kids were different like characters that were coming in. And
oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was like the best. It was like one of the better theatrical directions I've ever created on the.
That's really cool.
Yeah, well, and then there was like, some people made like games for them. It was almost like a
Yeah.
carnival. I think it's nice that they try out new ways to do the form because not everyone's a performer, as we know.
All right. With all that in mind, give me your first guess as to what
Okay,
we'll have.
are we going to kind of guess like week by week? Is what like this is our prediction?
How about this? We'll get 6 and then we'll order them.
Sure. Okay.
Love it.
I think there's going to be a mixture of like new ones and like classics. And I think like there's going to be like my favorite classic themes each year are like countries where we each like pick a different country. Yep. Or like troops. So I think like one of the first ones is going to be, an establishing theme. And I think maybe it's going to be, I'm going to say animals of your troop. You have to create something based off of what the animal of your troop is named after.
Ooh, I didn't even think of that. That's okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Animals of troops, that could work.
Okay.
Maybe something where they have to like understand like about the animal and they can create a show based off of that.
Oh, I like that. Where we've got like a troop of pigs, for example.
We're back to the pigs. Yeah.
We're back to the ooh, that's a good. Was anything like that done this year?
I guess it was actually, now that I think about it. We did.
Okay.
I think we did that was like our first year because we were the first thing we did. All right, maybe that's just stuck in my mind. Okay. We did the Beavers, and I remember my troop was the Beavers, and we were the Justin Biebers, and
perfect.
And we did Justin Bieber songs.
Do 10-year-olds know Justin Bieber?
There was like a fight about like whether we should go old school or the Bieber that I know. Like we ended up eventually just going Baby because honestly, I didn't really like any of his music post Baby. Sorry, guys.
It's a classic.
Here on this pod. I'm sure all those Beliebers are going to come out.
They're coming after you.
Come at me. Fine. Yep. I can take it.
All right. I'm going to go with sticking to the kind of topical theme. I'm going to go World Cup. Now, my thinking is Sam was a soccer guy. World Cup is this year. However, it's not until October. So it usually has to be topical, like to the point where it falls within the 6 weeks. But I don't know. I'm still going to go with it as a maybe because when you do World Cup, you not only get soccer, but you also get countries.
Yeah, there's a lot to it.
So maybe. I mean, I think I'm talking myself out of it, but that's my first.
No, I'm into it. I think, that's an important, I think, we've even done World Cup.
All right. What's your second one?
All right. I think this is going to be a huge year. It's the 50th anniversary. I think we've got to do a theme of camp history.
Yeah.
You pick a camp year.
Yep.
Ooh. One of the years that camp was around, and that could be your theme. So between 1972 and now.
Yep.
Is that right?
I 50 years. Yeah. So one of mine was like reunion day / and what I said was, like decades day, like pick a decade of camp or something. But I mean, that's a slam dunk, right? It's got to happen.
Or something along those lines. Maybe like a camp history year.
It has to. Okay.
I mean, we like specifically requested from Sam, okay, if we're gonna make this 50th, let's make every day the best day we've ever had as
100
counselors and for the kids.
Yes, for the kids also. But yes.
For me too. Very much for me though.
Yeah, look, maybe the reunion, the history, maybe that requires more than it's 50. So maybe that requires more than one theme. Maybe that's the ongoing theme.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That could be the overall arc of the year.
All right. What's your third one?
All right. My next third one is, okay. So I think we'll do an installation week. And maybe not installations, but I think for this week, it's going to be a history of like great counselor competitions.
Love it.
Where the kids actually get to do the counselor competition involved. And maybe we even have maybe we could have like troop versus troop, like a full competition.
Yes.
One troop wins it all.
Yes.
Ooh.
Tricky to do, or you pair up. So like,
Moose
oldest
with the tent with like the
yeah.
tadpoles. Ooh, I like that.
Ooh, that could be so fun.
Ooh, yeah.
I like that a lot. Okay. I'm
like
into
just
that.
like a day that it's not, we prepare during the week by training the kids.
Yep.
In counselor competition style work.
Yeah, as you do. There's oatmeal all the time. Just coming into camp.
Yes, the whole time.
And then the installation portion of it is basically a field day. So yeah. Oh my gosh, that would be
it's almost like a carnival day, but like with counselor competitions.
Yes. I really like that, for all the troops to do counselor competitions together. Stuffing the tadpoles into someone's car.
Yeah, I think we need to start competing with each other more.
More competition. This is a camp that's gotten all together too close.
Yeah. Let's really bang some heads together on this.
More competitive. Oh, I like it. All right, we're going for my third one. We're going back down pretty basic. Kind of like so I'm going to say States Day. It's a classic, it's a standby, and it can either be a geographical state or it's the state of being. Yeah. It's a classic.
That's where you're really good about that. That's like a big component where it's a theme that can be multiple things.
Right. Right. Like Tom is thinking we're all coming out like Kansas, and I'm like state of confusion. And he's like, exactly. Just happy to have you here, Sarah. That was one that was in the rotation that I felt like came around every 2 or 3 years. Yeah. Okay. Do you have any honorable mention?
Oh, okay. We're already at honorable mention.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah. Because we both had History Day, Reunion Day.
Right. That counts. And then of course the last one's usually a talent show. I guess there's only 6 of them, 6 that we really get a chance to do, but there's so many options. I mean, there could be so many more. I think I always love it when it's like movie themes, like pick your Back to the Future as a theme, where the host can then just be a part of, make the movie as part of the bit, the hosting bit, and then and then each troupe has to kind of put their own spin to it.
Ooh, I like that.
Yeah, maybe sometimes I always like it when there's you pick a movie and you can go straight up, or Back to the Future means you're going to the future, and it can be something about that.
Oh, right. Yes. Yeah. That's to your point of
multiple meanings.
Absolutely.
I think that's what it takes in order to make a good theme. You have to give it many options.
Oh, I like that, Ty. I'm going to write that down too.
Yeah. Put that in the notes.
Absolutely. Yeah. The thing that's so funny about you thinking of you can see where our brains are just on separate tracks thinking
completely separate. I understand how
we
run shows.
I'm like, as long as we've got a yellow tribe and then a red tribe and then a green tribe, I think we've done our job.
We pick a color.
Yep.
We pick the same song that we did the last 6 weeks. And then we do.
Am I missing anything?
Yeah, I think we got it all.
But one of my honorable mentions is I feel like there were a couple of standbys where Fun in the Sun and wear your beach stuff. Because there were at least a few days I drove up this year that just the music was playing in the morning, which I loved, and a lot of Beach Boys.
Yeah. Well, on Wednesdays, we have a special dress up day where you come in and there's a theme on a Wednesday too.
Oh,
and those themes are usually Twin Day or Fun in the Sun would be one, so that's real ones. Crazy Hat Day is a Wednesday. So Wednesday you dress up.
Okay. So my mind is on Wednesdays, I think.
Yeah, I think I think yeah, we've had to split. I think we've had to split it into like, well, let's keep the show the way it is, but then also throw a bone for Wednesdays.
Yeah. Yeah. The literal meeting crowd needs their Wednesdays.
You know what one I would love to see is I mean, I should have said this. I just came up with this one, but like one of the like camp songs that are like the history of camp songs. Like everyone has to pick one of the famous camp songs and give like the Maleficent or the Disney backstory of it.
So I think that's great. And I think that can be folded into the history in general.
Sure.
Just a little warning.
Okay.
So I'm thinking like Cat Came Back, for example. A lot of violence.
There really is. And a lot of those camp songs, actually.
Yeah. A lot of violence, a lot of nails and dynamite.
We threw them out the window, the second story window.
Yeah.
Second story window.
Yeah. I think that could very easily be someone's history day, like camp history day.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Songs of it. Okay. Yeah. We can fold that one in there. For sure.
I think so. It's a really good idea though. Like you just gave someone's tribe their skit for day. Yeah. And so like when you see that on the day, then I think then the podcast just starts mailing you money, I think is how it works.
I mean, yeah, I would. Yeah. I think that's, I mean, they pay me. They do pay me. Oh, the podcast does?
Yeah. Oh, certainly. Yeah. The good people on the platform, not me. I'm not paying you. No. All right. So we've got, to recap, we've got the animals of your troop. We've got World Cup. We have camp history and like lots of variations on that. So 50 years camp history. Tell us about it in your own way. States Day and
final week.
Yeah. And that. So I don't know, of those, I think History Day is a slam dunk. I feel like that's going to be week 5. I feel like that's
or could we start there? Like, no, we have to like build the lore.
I think we have to build a little bit.
Again, this is the arc of the 50th. The whole arc is the 50th. maybe just the number 50.
Oh, like they do with the 100 day of school.
Yeah.
I feel like Sam is at home going, it's really not that complicated, guys.
No, literally, we have it planned out for the next 10 years.
Ooh, I like that 50 though. I think that, that's my literal brain. I like that a lot. I'm putting that down.
So let's start there then.
Okay. Yes. Ooh, that's good. That lays the foundation.
Let's start with 50 and end with the history of camp.
Yep. Oh my gosh. I think that's for sure. And then I really like the idea of the animals. Now you did it last year, so that might preclude it.
Probably,
but it does speak to like, okay, we're troops now.
We're together. Like that's always a good starting one, is something that brings the troop together, that where you can really showcase that.
And then the next week we do the competition and we say, yes, now we're separate.
And then we're completely on there. That's exactly it. We get them together and we just knock them right apart.
These are not your friends anymore. These are your competitors. Yeah, that sounds right. And then maybe
like I think we could use states like right in the middle. We're already kind of like feeling like we need like a classic one. Yeah. The third week is always kind of like, okay, I know what I'm doing now. I'm in my groove, but I'm also starting to get a little tired. Maybe for the 4th week.
Okay.
Is the states.
Yep. It's like that final inhale before the last session, which I think is reunion and talent show. I think that final session is going to be the blowout if I had to guess. Yeah.
Or maybe it could be like camp past, present, and future.
Ooh.
Sort of situation. And like the first session is all about the past. And the second session is like what's so great about it now. And then we end with like the future, like where camp's gonna go.
Whoa, I like that. And so it's like, if you're a 6-weeker or staff member, you feel the full arc. You're like,
You'll get
oh,
the
I
arc.
see.
Yeah, we're trying to
see.
arc here. Yeah.
There's like arcs on arcs on arcs on arcs. Yeah. Wow. All right. Well, I think we figured it out. So we're going to do we're going to start with 50. That's a late edition. I think that's a great call. We're going to start with 50. We're going to go to animals.
Yeah.
Okay. And then we'll do state day.
Mm-hmm. State of mind. Yeah, sure.
State of mind. Then we're going to go to
We're keeping World Cup in.
World Cup. Oh, yeah.
Maybe World Cup / competition.
Oh, yeah.
That's the competition.
That's the competition. Love that. And then the history theme will be the 5th week, and it'll culminate with a talent show. And we'll also have each session camp past, present, and future. So we've got at least 2 arcs going. And I mean, this is truly going to be one for the ages.
Oh, I mean, that literally was the only thing that we asked for, is make every day extra special.